This podcast is sponsored by our SA Rock and Metal Fans Facebook page.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Chris.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Not too bad, you?
What am I going to call you now? Chris 1 and Chris 2?
I'll take Massey.
Oh, fuck, that's going to confuse the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're just waiting for the other Chris to join. Fucking hell, this is going to be an interesting conversation. Oh, here comes Laim. There comes the troublemaker.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, come on, Chris. Chris. Other Chris. 2 Chris's.
Yeah, that's the issue, man.
Oh, God, you sound exactly the same as well. Oh, fucking hell, this is going to be confusing. But should make for good laugh, though, right? Laim.
Hello.
Oh, God, you all sound the same. When did you call yourselves the 3 Chris's? The third coming of Christ. There you go. That'll do. Fucking hell. Okay. We got this. Looks like the other Chris 2 is having... Oh, Chris, are you in now?
I can't hear the other 2. I can hear you, Trav.
You can hear me. You can't hear the other 2. Okay.
Oh no! Now I can hear singular Chris, not Chris Thomas.
Shame. Chris Thomas is having trouble with his audio.
Yeah, it's because he's going through his phone. We're both on our computers.
Right. You see, you're the clever ones of the band.
Yeah, see, it's that on my own computers.
Okay, so normal Chris, what are you in the band? The bass or the drummer?
I'm the drummer.
Okay, so normal Chris is the drummer. Okay, so I just know what I'm fucking doing here. And Chris T is the bass and vocals. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty, cool, man. Chris T, check. No. Okay, well let's forge ahead anyway, and we'll bring him in as and when he comes in. How you fellas doing?
I'm all good, man. How you keeping?
Yeah. Fuck this COVID.
No, totally, bro.
Dude, what the? Yeah, this is what happens when you want to eat a fucking animal. Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, what the fuck? Why would you want to eat a bat?
Like why are people eating bats? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand if it's Ozzy Osbourne, but.
Yeah, but I mean,
he was on a lot of drugs when he bit the head off of that one. I don't know why people are actually cooking and eating them now. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But for the purposes of the band, I guess killing bats would be normal.
Yeah, yeah. It tends to be pigs, to be honest.
Oh, of course, that's the EP cover, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the EP cover.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me put this on. Let me give this a listen. It's like, after all the songs are finished, it's like, listen to the remastered version of, what's that one that you remastered, the last track?
It was False Idols, I believe.
False Idols, yeah. Now, after I heard that, I was like, okay, I have to go listen to some 80s dance music and to cleanse my soul, man. Fucking hell. Jesus, what in the sweet fuck is... that is some seriously heavy shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's fine. Why not? I guess is the answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if you're gonna do something, you may as well go completely balls to the wall with it. You know what I
mean? This is why my Jack Daniels.
Do I want to make people cry at shows because of heaviness? Yes, I do.
Well, of course. I mean, you're not exactly singing romantic songs to them. They're not.
No, exactly.
It's
it's not like we're singing. I'm just trying to think. Careless Whisper.
Careless Whisper. That is so 80s. I need to add this to my
by the looks of it, bro, it looks like Chris Thomas is going to be trying to jump on a laptop.
Oh, shame. That's terrible, man. He's going to keep trying, but anyway, you might still pop in. Now, of course, nobody can get together, can you? I mean, you all kind of.
No, I was going to say overall I think we've all met up I've met up with Chris, the one that's on the call currently. I think twice since this happened. I think we maybe had how many practices we had this year? I think in the last 12 months, I think it's maybe 3.
Yeah, it's about 3.
Yeah, we've had 3, and we've met up to record maybe 2 or 3 times as well. Just because overall, the whole lockdown situation that we've had in this country has just been an utter shit show for the
Well, it's a
for the
clusterfuck is
politest
what
term
it
of the
is.
word.
Yeah, no, dude. This is an adult podcast, so it's all labeled as explicit. So people that don't like
sound.
the swearing can fuck right off. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
fuck. You can say whatever you want. You own your words, man. It's your fucking choice. I
Yeah,
own my
man.
words, and that's it.
But yeah, since overall since the whole COVID situation, I mean, we had a gig maybe 2 weeks before our country went into lockdown, and then everything just went fucking tits up, and we've hardly seen each other.
And I had a conversation over the last 2 nights. One with Burning the Padre, and previously Illyrian, your fellow brothers in arms in the West Midlands, and they're saying exactly the same thing. It's like such a fucking shit show, that the way that the government's handled everything is just a fucking joke. Yeah,
honestly, there's no real term to put it politely when it comes to that government. If it was under a different government, we wouldn't have half as much death and infection as we do. I mean, currently over the last 2 or 3 days, we've become the highest death rate in the world. And it all comes down to that fat blonde twat that's in charge of our country. I mean, we've got rid of one over in America. We just need to get rid of the one that's over here.
Yeah, no shame. No, not shame.
At this rate, we're going to need to pop out new merch, because so far we've already got Donald Trump that's on the front, on one of our pieces of merch. We've got Boris Johnson on the same thing. At this rate, we're going to have to find some other art design to replace him. At this rate.
Chris T, you made it, man. You're all good.
Finally.
Sorry about that. What do you call it? I was trying to.
He's named himself just Chris.
Just had to rob the girlfriend's laptop. So
that's the way, man. You gotta duck and dive and nick and steal whatever you can to make shit work, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Studio Ghibli can wait. You know what I mean?
There we go.
How's the metal scene, or so people that are listening to this podcast are going to be saying, what the fuck are these guys on about, talking about bats and shit like that? Firstly, where the fuck have you been? And secondly, the band is called Blood Church, right? Okay, it's a Satanic Blackened Deathcore. I didn't even know that was even a fucking genre.
It is now.
It is now. I mean, overall, it tends to be such a mixed match of everything. We just decided to slam all of it into one genre title.
There you go. Trendsetters, man. Fucking who would have thought, eh?
As I'm about to say, for me, it's, what do you call it? Just like, I'm not one to sort of genre a lot of things, you know what I mean? So it's just everything in one. I mean, lyrically, I write more like a punk, so we can't add punk into it, or else we'll upset certain kinds of audiences. And
yeah, as if you're not upsetting people already. Fucking Satanic Blackened Deathcore.
On stage. Have you said about the vegan activist yet?
Oh God, go on.
We've not even got onto the vegan activist yet. That nearly had a seizure.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit back and let the three of you fucking talk. Because this is gonna be a hoot, man. I'm gonna drink my Jack Daniels and listen to you guys go for it.
So. We were in a competition in Wolverhampton, which was Metal to the Masses, which we got all the way to the final, which you won the final. You get to play at Bloodstock Festival.
Right. Okay.
So we're playing this final, and was it a couple of weeks before we were thinking about what to do?
Yeah, I'm going to say we'd been planning for easily 3 or 4 weeks on, like, because every time we'd gone, we'd tried to like one up the stage show, because it tends to be a really big thing with us. Like, you want atmosphere and stuff.
So we'd done like ripping up a Bible and
like spraying blood at people, like flicking blood at people.
Yeah, and like there was one of the things that I wanted to do, and it just wouldn't have come together quick enough. And then I was watching a Gorgoroth live video, and so the idea was there. I'm a vegetarian.
Fucking hell, really? Okay.
Yeah, so...
well, I don't know what to say to you, man. Sorry?
So it was kind of one of those things where it was like, if I'm outvoted on this, I'm not going to, like, not
He's,
do it.
he's not getting his goddamn hands dirty doing anything.
I was about to say, I mean, like, it goes against all of what the lyrics are about, you know what I mean? It's like trying not to force ideologies onto people. So I really shot myself in the foot with that one. So, I mean, Chewey got this, like, these putrid, I mean, they were horrible pig's heads. And didn't you have them in, like, a cooler box?
Yeah, so basically the way I had to go about it, about a week before the show, I had to go to my local butcher, and I was like, so, I don't know if you get asked this a lot, man, but I don't suppose you could supply me with 2 relatively large-sized pig heads. And he just kind of looked me up and down. He was like, yeah, I can get you pig heads. When do you need them by? I was like, oh, I need them by, like, I need them by next Saturday, so I can pick them up Friday if that's okay. He was like, yeah, that's not a problem, mate. Like, it was completely fucking normal for him. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I just walked out of the butcher thinking, that was fucking weird.
You know what really would have sold it is if you had walked in there with your fucking face painted white with the upside down cross and all that sort of shit, man. That would have fucking topped him, I'm telling you.
But yeah, so we got the pigs.
So I picked him up. On the. It turned out he was like, "Oh, I've got them ready. You can have them on Thursday." I was like, "Oh, sound." Not thinking like I've got to store these for 2 days. I've got no space in a fridge for 2 pig heads, especially fully grown pig heads. Yeah, so I'm talking like, fuck, I've got to know what to do. And a previous member supplied me with his mum's cooler box, which they remained in and outside for 2 days.
Oh no!
And so we got them there, and obviously I'd not seen them. I'd not heard them. He opens the lid, and there's just staring at me, Babe the pig, like fully grown. Whacked him on these 2 stands, which we made, were made basically, and these crew guys were just there like, those aren't real, are they? Until they got close enough to
that's not even the best part. No. As we were slamming these pig heads onto spikes on the stands, KK Downing from Judas Priest is just walking past. Just
fuck off. No
doesn't
way.
say anything, just walks past as we're slamming these pig heads on spikes.
Needless to say, his wife was quite a big fan of us.
Yeah,
I mean, jeez, what are the odds?
But bro, it only progressed to get worse because not only did we not think about what we were doing with these pigs' heads when they were on stage, but when you're on a stage of the size that we were on, it gets really fucking hot.
Yeah.
So overall, these pig heads are under these lights, and we're doing a 35-minute set with this blistering heat and the smell slowly creeping more across the stage to each other and out to the crowd, and to the point where we had the fucking sound guys gagging behind us as we were tearing down. And not only that, we then had to get them off the stage. And then I'm pretty sure fucking me and Scott were gagging because the smell just got so fucking rancid.
But what happened during playing, I mean, basically there was this girl and she was handing out flyers, like she was like a vegan activist sort of thing, and she saw them and apparently basically sort of left the venue, like ran out of the venue, and was seen in a corner somewhere just like, I can't even look at them.
Rocking backwards and forwards, like, you know,
literally in the fetal position, like, just like, I don't wanna go away.
You can't make me.
Oh, yeah. So, it wasn't brought to our attention until about 5 minutes after we'd managed to come off and kind of get some form of sanity back. Anyway. I think one of us went out for a smoke, and we were told about it afterwards. We were like, whoops.
But the thing is it's one of those things where it's kind of like, I understand you can be so fanatical about a sort of, you know, ideology and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's not like she was having to sort of have very close contact with them. I mean, they could have been wax and it would have had the same effect. You know, you know what I mean? She probably would have reacted the same as well. So it's quite funny that, you know, she sort of took it so seriously, really.
Did you know that she was a vegan activist when this was going on?
That's what we got told.
Honestly, we hadn't got a clue. To be honest, the whole thought of offending vegans with it hadn't really crossed our mind. We were just like, we'll get some pigheads. It's going to be fucking
stage
brutal.
prop, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking brutal shit.
Man.
Yeah. We didn't think that quite a lot of people in the audience may or may not have been vegan, including the main man himself, Simon, who was actually a vegan.
There you go. I mean, fucking hell, you know.
It was pretty interesting, and I mean, we definitely got noticed sort of because of that, if you know what I mean. Like actually, sort of like stage performance wise, and it gave more people sort of a chance to sort of like, okay, these guys mean business, and sort of listen to us. And it turns out people actually liked the music.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for the fact that we'd done what we'd done for that show and we tried to go as balls to the wall as we did, we probably wouldn't have got the chance to play with Black Tongue like we did.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
100%. Because the main organizer of that was like, you can't bring real pigs' heads for this one.
So
you have to get props. You have to get props.
Well, next time, now you know. Fucking
yeah.
Jeez, I can only imagine the smell. Where did they end up?
Amazing.
By the way, in the trash?
Oh my god, yes, Chewey.
Oh god, no! I had to take him to a skip.
So
they stayed in that cooler box up until the point I had to dispose of them.
Oh,
I cracked that thing open, and it was just the smell of death.
Oh.
And I had to throw them into a landfill, and the landfill near me has concrete flooring because it's got diggers. It has diggers that come up and scrape the shit up and moves it somewhere else. So I heard these fucking skulls crack, and I was like, "Yeah, not doing this again."
Well, there goes Elvis. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, that was it. What do you call it? My youngest brother came to the show with my family, and my youngest brother actually named the pigs. One was Bangers and one was Mosh. So it was Bangers and Mosh, which I thought was amazing.
That's fucking excellent. You'll have to make some props now, man. I think that's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah,
and actually name them that.
I'm gonna say we do have some fake pig heads. Now,
yeah, I've got some.
Now,
now. Otherwise, it was going to be like £10 a show for 2 pig heads, and to be honest, it's just not practical.
Especially when sadly, isn't quite a lot of money anyway in this industry, which we all know. You know what I mean? It's like when we're having to fork out a lot for even just the props, it's quite a lot of money.
You're at a loss before you even begin to play.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, what is the scene like in the West Midlands? Because, I mean, Burning the Padre, Lyrian, and now yourselves, there must be like what the fuck is going on in the West Midlands, man?
We're all miserable. Man. It's awful.
I think
it's very much down to where you are, man. Back in our hometown where we're all based in Telford, there is no scene. It is very quiet. You have to travel.
So where do you draw the inspiration from then to do this?
Sheer hate.
So, what do you call it? I mean, are we talking from like doing it in general? I think it's just.
Well, I mean, I think, Chris, the genre, although it's a newly made up genre, Satanic Blackened Deathcore. You know, where do you draw the inspiration to? You know, when you started Blood Church, you know, where did that come from?
It in a way of like, you know, you've got someone like me who's massively into sort of like punk and, you know, sort of social political sort of music, and then obviously into metal as well. Then you've got like obviously the other guys in the band, you know, you've got the guitar player Chewey being massive into, you know, like thrash metal, and then sort of deathcore, death metal, and then the drummer
Chewey.
like.
Oh, that's my nickname. That's my nickname, bro. Sorry.
You know, 2 Chris's were bad enough. Now I've got Massey, Chewey, and Chris.
I mean, I'm big ears, so.
Oh, for that, so I'm fucking quit. Chewey. Fuck me. What the fuck is going on with my podcast?
But yeah, I mean, I can only really speak from a lyrical like I can really only like from a lyrical standpoint. I mean, there's just plenty of inspiration out there because there's so many things I'm pissed off about.
Right.
So
I mean,
lyrically,
the thing is though. Okay, this is gonna sound fucking stupid, right? Okay, I'm.
Oh, you're speaking to well, at least three fucking idiots. So this will be fine, bro.
I fucking might as well join the band then. Fuck me. Okay, so what do you sing about? Okay, obviously you've got your influences and things going on around in the UK and West Midlands and so on. But I mean, when you listen back to it, a recording, do you go, oh yeah, I can hear that lyric? Because when I listen to it, I love the music side of it, but the lyrics, I'm trying to like, what the fuck is going on?
So it's one of those things. It took me a long time to sort of realize sort of what I was doing vocally, because it's taken me a long time to obviously sort of get good at vocals, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but
totally. Yeah.
I think it comes down more to when people are listening to that just on a standpoint of a new band, they want to listen to something that's dynamically interesting. So you want to hear someone who can do the, really low screams and high screams and a mix of all of that for different sections of the song. Then when they actually sort of look into the band, want to look at where do the lyrics, what are they look in and read into the lyrics from then. So it's like, it's kind of hard to sort of explain how I write, but I write in a way for me where I just want to sort of, I mean, I don't have chance to rage in my job. I don't have chance to rage at home. So if I'm going to rage, I want to do it on stage, and it can be about all sorts of things.
Good,
I mean,
good
like
outlet as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, lyrical inspiration at the moment for me is mainly things like, say, the sort of youth of today. What have they got sort of put in front of them? I mean, they've got their parents, which basically will want to try and change their political views into what they believe in, their religious beliefs, their social beliefs. Then you've got their friends, which they go and see, which have different views, which listen to they sort of breed into them this idea of like, you have to do certain things to be cool and to be accepted.
Yeah.
So what I'm writing at the moment for me is literally the anthem for a doomed youth. Like, all of these songs are about all of the things which the youth of today have to try and get through.
Right.
And it's a minefield. I mean, it's the easiest time in the world now to, with so many sort of like mental health issues and, sort of things going wrong with our government, the, sort of religious things where it's like, kids basically aren't allowed to be themselves. And I mean, there's always been a thing with music where people are standing up for what they believe, and obviously people growing sort of their own ideas and things like that. But if people don't do that in music anymore, and all of the metal songs are just going to be about, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, I mean, there's no protests anymore. And
Yeah,
you gotta
fucking.
find
See the other
music.
you two. You listen to this guy. See what he says. Fucking hell, this guy for PM. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, don't put that in his fucking ego, Jesus Christ.
I would,
Jesus.
I would be way too honest. It would literally be, so what's happening with the world? Oh, we're fucked. We're completely screwed.
But don't you think? Wouldn't that just be a breath of fresh air? If somebody actually speak the truth.
Yeah, it would, but
Never fucking happen though.
The problem, I
just get
couldn't
called
be a
Project Fear.
politician because I'm really
Project
bad at
Fear.
lying.
Project Fear. That's a great album fucking title right there. Project Fear. What a clusterfuck. Yeah, absolutely, man. So God
that's
Complex. Say that again.
So that's lyrically. I mean, music-wise, I mean, it's sort of the heaviest thing we can possibly come up with, which
Yeah.
I mean,
tickles the fancy of
overall,
all.
we've always kind of tried to keep the black metal essence in it, whilst making sure we fit in everything that we think fits around it. So when it comes to that, we want the brutalness of black metal, where it sounds like it's been recorded through a potato, and the slammiest breakdowns you could imagine from like deathcore and hardcore and post-hardcore sort of genres. It's
Right.
the way we've always been overall as the three we are. We've always been in bands together, and it's always been the consensus of trying to be heavy and trying to make sure that it sounds good.
I think more so with this band than any of the previous stuff that we've done. We're thinking more on a sort of element of like, you know, actually having sort of verses and choruses and things like that, where you actually sort of think more about song structure than just heavy riff, heavy riff, heavy riff, which works in some elements. But I find with, you know, when you're using things like black metal as influence and stuff like that, there needs to be some form of like, you know, big open chords, almost melodic sections, but still remaining heavy. It's interesting stuff to write, and that's why it seems we've progressed on to sort of lower and lower tunings. You know what I mean?
Funny you say that. One of my notes here was, what in the fuck is the guitar tuning? Because that sounds heavy as any
I mean,
turn.
We were only getting started on that EP.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we were only getting started on that. We were in drop G on that. In fact, was that EP in drop A?
Yeah.
No, that was.
A.
That's A.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
So that's literally standard with a low A, and then when we played it live, we dropped that a whole step. And writing at the moment, we're writing on.
We're gonna say we've moved on to eight. We've moved on to 8 strings now.
Oh fucking
So
hell!
we're now in drop E. So
yeah, we're on Meshuggah levels of
Nice.
brutalness.
I mean, there's a massive fat sound, particularly with the bass, man. Jesus, that just sounds.
that would be me just not knowing when to shut up, to be honest. I basically, like, I wasn't originally the bass player. We had a bass player. This was like way before the EP. We had a bass player who just didn't show up, and I basically, like, I helped.
I'm sorry, am I interviewing Spinal Tap here or something? What the?
Honestly, if you look at the way.
How long was the guy in the fucking band for? This is ridiculous.
This was before
I think
we
he
even
was.
had a practice.
I'm pretty sure he was in the band for like 2 weeks, and then we were like, we'd organised practice. He just didn't turn up. I mean, we were just like,
literally.
no, just fucking take a Tide Pod to the mouth or something, man. Like, fuck off.
And like, so it literally got to the point where I was like, well, I helped write a lot of the guitar parts and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna buy a bass rig. So I bought all of the stuff I needed to get by. I mean, not good quality stuff, just stuff to get by, and just slowly became more, I mean, I would say more proficient as a bass player, but, you know, I mean, I'd leave that to them. But the sound of it is just, I hate the bass players where it's just, you know, background and it's just to fill a gap. I mean, I want to be John Entwistle. I want to be Lemmy. You know what I mean? I want to be Geezer Butler.
Everybody wants to be Lemmy, man. Fuck.
You know what I mean? I mean, I've got him tattooed on my leg for the reason. You know what I mean? I want people to, you know, I want to turn up and plug in, and then I want to blow people out the fucking door. I want people to realize that I'm not a fucking bass player. You know what I mean?
That should be your mission statement on the back of your LP. It should be said, I want to blow people out the fucking door.
Literally. I mean, I literally don't. I mean, half the time it's just, you know, complete walls of noise, and much to the annoyance of the other members of the band, because sometimes it's like the sound engineers are like, oh, that bass sounds amazing. They just boost you up too much if you want to hear it. So then you've got the guitar player not hearing himself, the drummer only hearing bass. And it's just like, so much to the annoyance of the other members of the band. Yes, I'm a very loud, very thick sounding bass player.
Careful how you use the word thick.
It's definitely fucking thick.
Thick being the dominant word, indeed.
So Liam, how do you counter that then when you're playing live?
Oh, it's
Or
been a
Chewey. I mean,
No,
for
but
fuck's sakes, whoever the fuck wants to
Well,
answer.
just go with Chewey, bro. Overall, it's a fucking balancing act most of the time. It generally takes about half a song in for me to realise that he's been boosted, and then I've got to tweak. I've got to like fucking minor tweak just behind me just to make sure that I'm still heard.
Next time a sound guy does that, man, just throw a fucking pig's head at him.
Oh, bro.
Well, no, don't do that because then he'll turn me down. And it's not just for the fact that I like the way my bass sounds. It's also because I'm deaf as a post.
Fuck, I'm enjoying this conversation so much that we already got less than 10 minutes left, man. Fucking.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, can
Right,
you
ask some serious questions.
some serious questions? Okay, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Okay, Massey, are you ready? Because you've been fucking quiet, and that scares me.
No,
When the drummer is quiet,
bro,
that's the problem.
That's just how he is, man. He's just in the background. He's never up the front.
That's
vocal.
because nobody turns him up, you fuckers. Okay, all right. Massey.
Mind all the dry ice. It's wherever that.
Oh, right. Okay, you're the driest pumper guy. All right. Okay, cool. Massey, here we go. You got to choose one: Slayer or Slipknot.
Ooh.
Slipknot.
All right, Cannibal
Ooh.
Corpse or Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
UK or Norway.
UK.
Okay, rad, man. That's actually intelligent answers for a fucking drummer. Jesus. Okay. I mean, I can say what the fuck I want, right? I mean, it's my podcast, though. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm only kidding,
It
man.
is the-
I'm taking the piss, mate. Don't worry. You fucking sound.
It's alright. The drummer jokes are simple so the bassist can understand them.
Hi. Oh fuck! Was that a burn or what? Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
He's not wrong, though.
Oh,
Right.
mate.
Okay, Liam, man. What's your favorite drink? Sorry, Chewey. Oh, Chewey. What's your favorite drink?
Are we talking alcoholic beverage or soft drinks?
Well, dude, whatever the fuck you drink, it could be piss water for all I care. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense. We'll go with Jack Daniels, Nate.
Oh, I'm drinking Jack right now. Nice,
Yeah,
Chris.
man.
Chris, what's your? Oh, Matt. What the fuck? Okay, whoever. Chris, I'm gonna call you Christ. Okay, Christ. What's your favorite drink, man? Chris T. That is.
Well, I would say that I'm a massive fan of a lovely cup of tea.
What is going on here?
I mean, for me, if we're talking like, decent fucking booze, I mean, for me, it's Jaeger. I mean, I want it tattooed, like the Jägermeister writing on my stomach tattooed, because I love that drink, but it is so bad for me, but I don't care.
Why is it bad for you, man?
So
because you're vegan.
Really bad. No, it's because, what do you call it, bad for my stomach, basically. What do you call it? I'm currently at the
His
moment.
stomach hates him. We'll just go off with that.
We'll go with that. My stomach is I'm just coming over 2 weeks of my stomach giving me shit. So.
Fucking hell, a singer with stomach issues that likes his bass pumped up high. Fuck, who would have fucking thought that in a Satanic Blackened Deathcore band?
You can tell I'm going to be the Kurt.
You're the flaky one of the lot, man. That's the problem, and you're the fucking front man.
It only takes so many brown notes.
Yeah. Just adds more pyrotechnics or pyrotechnics for that matter.
That's a shit joke. Anyway, okay. So let's just get down to what's happening with new material. You say you got some new stuff coming?
Yeah, man. We're on the way onto Blood Church album, a full album #1.
Ooh, a full album. Nice.
Yeah,
How far ahead are you?
I mean, we've got pretty much at least a half of it
Written.
Yeah, we've got it written. We haven't got it recorded.
Right.
We've got it. I'd say we've probably got it scratched.
So we're looking at a 2022 thing then.
Yeah, more likely.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just we don't know what's going on with 1 minute
overall,
we're locked down, 1 minute we're not. We can't even get into practice rooms or each other's houses to do anything, you know what I mean? So it's at the moment it's just a case of, praying for us to get back in and, writing in our own time. So
Yeah, take your time, man. Fuck, I mean, the way that everything is at the moment, there's no fucking rush, man.
literally.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so guys, less than 5 minutes to go. Right, so we start wrapping up. I just got to give a shout out to Matt from Unearthed for hooking us up to have a chat, man. I'm going to chat to him, I think, on the 29th. So I'll be able to pick his brain and all that sort of shit. So
that's a scary brain to pick, man. I know how he thinks. He's terrifying.
You know, this is the funny thing is Burning the Padre said exactly the same thing.
At the end of the day, he is the man when it comes to, he's the perfect manager, you know what I mean? He's intimidating enough, but also somebody that, you know, you can literally have a laugh and a joke with, but it's very difficult sometimes to know if he's joking. Right.
Okay. Well, thanks for the warning, man. Fucking hell. Yeah. So I'll pretend that I've got power cuts in this country and I'll never have an interview with him. How's that? That works for me. I'm already shitting myself and I got no stomach problems. Fuck me. Okay, so God Complex is your 2019 EP. It is out now on all digital platforms. Everything will be in the description below, all the links, so people can like, love, share, and do whatever the fuck they want to do. And I love the intro to the EP, The Bell. It just reminds me of The Undertaker. So I was happy when I heard that, and then my soul got destroyed, and my guts were ripped out through my ass when I heard the rest of the EP. It's that brutal. It's that fucking wonderful.
What we were going for.
Exactly that.
Feeling
We're talking about bowel
of
movements.
Chris.
We might as well just complete it. Fuck me. That was based on Chris's bowel movements. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Bloody.
You don't want to see the outtakes, Jesus. It was just Brown Town.
Literally.
Did
you get the little Easter egg in there as well?
I did not.
Right. Is it Jesus Wept?
Jesus Wept.
Listen to Jesus Wept again and see if you can figure out what the person's speaking, who he is, and what it's from. And anybody who's listening, listen to that track.
Oh, no, not that one. That one's Charles Manson. We got the Charles Manson one on False Idols.
Yeah, that's False Idols.
False Idols. That's the one I like. Yeah. Okay, Charles
Yeah.
Manson. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. I'll have a listen.
So anybody
and see if I
who's
can figure it out.
listening, have a listen to Jesus Wept and see if you can figure out what it's from.
Intriguing.
Little Easter egg.
Alrighty, cool. Well, Chris, aka Massey, Laim, aka Chewey, and Chris, otherwise known as Christ. Oh shit, there goes my guts. Thanks so much for having a chat to me, man, and taking time out of your day. And I wish you all the best for the future. And when the album is ready, we definitely got to do this again.
100%.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Alrighty, guys. Keep well, keep safe, and we'll chat soon.
You too.
See you later.
You too.
Alrighty.
See it.
Cheers, guys.